Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. And first of all, I want to tell you Happy New Year. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone had a really good New Year's, a really good Christmas, and is really ready to embark on a new year and a new journey for everyone. So I hope you all of the best. And to start the new year, we are going to be looking at the last of the three big mentalism kits that we've been unpacking in this past few weeks. And today we're looking at the 13 Steps to Mentalism by Corinda and Murphy's Magic, which is kind of what is Murphy's response to the How to Read Minds kit, so-and-so. From Illusionists, this is their attempt of giving to you an all-inclusive mentalism kit and a mentalism journey for you to be able to get started in this beautiful realm of art. So we're going to be unpacking everything in this kit. We're going to be diving into all of the instructions, and I'm going to be giving to you everything that you need to know about this and whether or not this is for you. So again, let's roll the intro. As always, get into a new review and get into a new year of reviews with 13 Steps to Mentalism right after this intro. Perfect. So you decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about 13 Steps to Mentalism. So what is 13 Steps to Mentalism? 13 Steps to Mentalism, the special edition set, is essentially an all-inclusive set that is willing to get you started with the amazing 13 Steps to Mentalism book that is a bit outdated. So what Murphy's has attempted to do is provide to you updated props, updated material, and a revisioning of this book with Richard Osterlin in this set. So as always, with big packages like this, I will not be performing one effect and then just going quickly through the others. I much rather unpack everything that you get inside of this kit and everything that you get inside the tutorial and give you all the information that you need. So first, we're going to unpack the tutorial. So what you're going to get in the tutorial for the 13 Steps to Mentalism is, well, the 13 steps. And these are explained to you by Richard Osterlin in incredible detail. Every single effect has a live audience performance. Every single effect has live performances, has live commentary, has live instructions. Everything in terms of the instructions is immaculate, okay? They're explained to you all by Richard Osterlin. He has his good friend with him, pitching in some ideas, pitching in some comments, some questions. It's such a good video because it not only tackles the effects, but it tackles theory, it tackles audience management, it tackles mistakes, it tackles how to rebound from mistakes, it tackles everything that you would need to know. It's an incredible video to start and put together. It's separated in different videos, in different chunks, but put together it's around 12 hours of video that you are getting here. So the first step is nail writing. So in the nail writing step, you're going to learn a bunch of effects. And the first one, which is kind of my favorite, is the triple prediction, where you're going to have three people name three different things, and you place pieces of papers down, and then you tell them what you name, what you name, what you name, and then you're able to reveal what those are. Then you're going to get some typical nail writing kind of tricks, like a number or a name or a small little kind of pin code, etc. All of those are explained there, as well as different types of nail writers, how to use them, how to play with them, what they achieve, how to put them in, Richard's preferences, etc. All of that is provided in step 1. Step 2 is called pencil, readings, etc., which is essentially different tricks that use kind of just pencils, readings, envelopes, different things like this, different little props. And my two favorite routines from this section are the 3 envelope bank night. Essentially, in effect, we have a $20 bill. You have someone put it in an envelope. You take 2 pieces of paper. You put them in 2 other envelopes. You have someone mix those envelopes, give one to the second spectator, give one to you, and hold on one for themselves. And then you will always land on the envelope with the $20 bill. And the other 2 spectators, the pieces of paper that you put in the other envelopes will have said sorry or try next time or better luck next time, whatever you want to put. It's a very nice routine. And then probably my favorite routine of the entire project is called the Sue John locations. And it's essentially a routine that uses color cards. You're able to tell the spectator at any point what color card they have chosen, whether it's in the open or while they're inside sealed envelopes. This is my favorite routine. It plays big for parlor, big for stage. It is great. So that is in that section as well as some additional routines that are provided to you there as well. Some drawing duplications, some name reveals that I didn't really like because I felt they were a bit outdated. Some things with newspaper clippings, etc. But those are my favorite routines. Step 3 is mind memory. So these are memory-based tricks. So not only is Richard going to teach you a lot of memory techniques, a lot of memory exercises, and some routines where you literally have to memorize everything, right? So there's a routine where 20 spectators give you 20 random items, and well, the method is remember the 20 items, right? So you're going to have to remember everything. But he's going to give you techniques and insights on that. But my favorite 3 routines from that section is a magic square. He gives to you a kind of off-the-cuff method to do the magic square that will require some memory work, but he gives you that. Then he's going to explain to you the Knight's Tour, which is a brilliant effect that I know that even Anka and Luca, I believe, do in their stage show. And he's going to fully explain to you how that works. That's kind of a staple routine for a lot of mentalists. And he's going to explain that. So that was really cool to learn. And then he's going to give you a routine where a spectator is going to essentially be able to cut to a card. You're going to be able to tell him. Then he's going to cut, place 3 cards in his pockets, and you're going to be able to tell him the 3 cards in his pocket. That was a routine that I really liked there as well. Step 4 is predictions. In the predictions, there's, again, 3 routines that I really like, even though there's some additional ones. One of them is an add a number routine that I find is really cool and is really deceptive in the way that it is orchestrated. It doesn't use a gimmicked pad or anything like that. Then you have an envelope test with ESP cards, which again is a method that we all know. I'm going to show you the cards in a moment, but it's a very good method where anyone puts the ASP cards in envelopes, they mix them up, you place a prediction, they choose any envelope that they want, and you will have predicted 100% accuracy what the symbol is that they were going to choose. And the last routine is called the prophecy. That is one of the most ballsy routines I've ever seen, but it is so good. You essentially introduce a gypsy letter, and you have someone come up on stage with you. You have them name any card is possible. They name anyone. You remove that prophecy from your pocket. You tell them, can you read this with me? And it says, this prophecy is written by Gypsy whatever. In this prophecy, I foresee that Sebastian is going to meet a man of white complexion with gray hair and glasses. And you tell them, that's exactly you. So you get your first reveal, and then you continue reading the thing, and you tell them, that person is going to have a very good year coming before them because they will choose any card that is red. Red means da-na-na. They're going to choose a diamond, for example, which means prosperity, wealth, etc. And put together, they're going to choose the 8, which means that this person has blossoming career moves, whatever. It's basically a reading in a kind of a gypsy paper thread. And the method is just it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but it's so good. It's honestly so good. And any card can be named this routine. It is fantastic. It is provided to you there as well. Then step 5 is blindfolds. So how to use blindfolds, the different versions of blindfolds, and different routines that you can do with blindfolds. Step 6 is billets. So in the billets, he's going to tell you his favorite effects using billets. He's going to tell you the center tear, which is my favorite one. He gives you a few center tears, alternative and routines that I really like. Step 7 is book tests. There's a very cool book test that he explains to you here, which is the page line word book test, which is the exact same one as the Rain Man book test from the How to Read Minds 2 kit. So the methods are a bit different. They're very similar, but there's a tiny bit of difference within them, but it's very good. It's a very good book test. I like it a lot. Step 8 is 2-person telepathy routines. That is not really for me because I'm not a 2-person act, but he does give you like a 20-minute act that you can do with 2 people if you're a 2-person act. He's going to give you all of the details regarding that. Step 10 is card tricks. So he gives you a ton of card tricks there, but my 2 favorite ones are the envelope prediction. So it's essentially a card in an envelope that you're going to have someone take some cards, place 5 cards inside of the envelopes, mix them up, choose any envelope, and you're able to predict what envelope it is. Then you're going to do it again, where the second spectator takes the envelope, They mix the cards up completely. They eliminate any envelope that they want. And you have made a prediction before they even start doing anything. And then when they open the last envelope and which they're on, it matches your prediction 100% of the time. So that routine is really good. And then there's the card puzzle routine, where you have a bunch of quarters of cards spread around the table, and you have 4 spectators, pick a quarter, pick a quarter, pick a quarter. You place those to the sides, you show they could have chosen anything, and they've chosen the 4 quarters that match a specific card, which is a very cool routine with a very funny method. Then step 11 is Q&A. So he's going to give you his full Q&A act and how he achieves it. It's not the best. I mean, his Q&A that he does there is not the Q&A that he does himself. He said it's just one that he does kind of off the cuff. But the value here is seeing how he responds to some difficult questions, because he had some difficult questions among them. One of the people that he picked for it asked, "How am I going to die?" So he talks about how to act when you get some of those questions, how to deal with those questions. So that is the real value of that section. Then section 12 is publicity stunts. So how to market yourself as a performer, publicity stunts. So if you want to do big stage illusions, etc., he tackles that as well. And the last thing that you get is pattern and scripting. So he's going to go over how to write a show, how to script a show, and how to put pattern in your show that is not only interesting, but gripping. And there's also going to be a section where he talks a lot about philosophy and theory of mentalism and his view of mentalism. Whew, big section there. And we're not even finished. We're going to have to dive into the box. So when you open the box, let me make sure to just remove this. Inside of here, you're going to get the link to your instructions. We're going to leave that to the side. That's going to tackle everything there. Then what you get inside of the box is a blindfold. So this is a normal black blindfold. It's actually not bad quality. I've seen cheaper blindfolds out there. It's actually pretty decent quality. So you're going to get that. Then you're going to get your envelope, your ungimmicked envelopes for the Corazon test. So you're going to get these black envelopes that are going to fit these cards, which are specifically made. So these are precision-made cards that are going to let you achieve the Corazon, why am I saying Corazon effect? The Sue John effect, where people are going to be able to select any color while you're placing it on the table, and you're going to be able to know what it is. So you're going to get these provided to you, as well as the respective envelopes. Then you're going to get a stack of these envelopes. So these are just normal pay envelopes. These are a bit cheap quality because you can really see through them. Like, honestly, like, I feel they could have been better. You can see through these like nothing. Like, you can see through these so well. It's not even a joke. So these are basically just if you want to seal something up and maybe do like a rip routine or something. They're not the best quality, but they are provided to you. Then you also, again, these envelopes, these are the ones that I used for the bank night routine when I performed it, because I tried it out. Then you're going to get here a needle to mark some cards if you want to do that. Then you're going to get these, which are really nice. These are some small index kind of cards. These are really nice for a bunch of routines that you can make like little predictions with, or little anecdotes with, or these could be the slips that you write your Q&A act on. So that is provided as well. So these are the ones that I use to write my predictions for the bank night. Then you get some of these envelopes here, which you can use for your ESP match, or you can use these if you prefer for your bank night routine, because these are not visible through. So you can use these ones without an issue. You get these provided to you as well. You get the same envelopes provided to you, but in black. So it depends what you want to do. So I prefer to do my ESP test with the black envelopes, but you can use any ones that you want. So these are really well. The red and the black ones are really good. You get your gimmicked ESP cards as well. I won't be able to show them too much, but they're your standard ESP cards, and they're specifically gimmicked to do the routine. We're going to place those there. Then you get these bad boys, some index cards. So these are this is prepared for a routine by Chris Rollins. So funny enough, but I use these for a bunch of other things, not just for the items in this set. But some very good index cards. They're really good stock. As you can see, your Sharpie does not bleed through them. So very good stock. You get, I think, 100 of these. Then you also get here another stack of envelopes, another big stack of envelopes. And these are bigger envelopes here. So you get these envelopes that you can place predictions in, you can place pieces of paper, and you can do whatever you want with them. You can even gimmick them for some of the routines. These are provided as well. Then you get here a pull. So you're gonna get provided a billet pull provided to you there. You're gonna get here a nail writer. So you're gonna get provided 2 types of nail writer with what you need as well with the refills. So you get 2 nail writers provided to you, 2 different styles. Then you get smaller billets here. I haven't opened these up yet, but you get a smaller stack of billets that you can do your center tears with. You can do your small billet routines with. You get an extra pin. You get an extra pin for your pull. The cards are for the routine that I'm working on. And then the last thing, you also get these. So let me show you this. Okay, let me open everything up. You get this, which is used in very interesting ways for the bank night routine. So that's provided to you as well. And then the last thing that you get is a mock thing for the Knights tour. So if you want to do the Knights tour, you get provided kind of a mini one that you can use to do the effect, which is very, very nice. They provide even the stickers for you, which is very much appreciated. And the best thing is that they provide to you the method for the Knights tour on the back of here. They provide to you the entire crib, so you do not have to learn it, which is absolutely great. So they provide that to you very small, so you can hide this wherever you want. You can put it in anywhere you want, and you can have this at a moment's notice. And the last thing that you get is this, which is the billet knife that a lot of people have said is horrible, and I'll be honest to you, I will never use this. I mean, it just doesn't look like something anyone would use. I mean, it's very cool in the way it's designed and the way it's made. It's very different to the original billet knives, but you know, I saw someone say that this looks like a door stopper, and they're right. It just looks like something you shove down your door, or something, you know, that you put when you put your shoes and you put like the little ladle inside, it looks like that. So you get that provided to you as well. But overall, a lot of the props that you get here are actual good quality, and they're actual usable things. Like all of the billets that you get, all of these little envelopes that you get, all of the bigger envelopes that you get, like these ones. A lot of these items are actual good quality, and they're actual usable things. Like even the Knights tour table that you are getting, and the Knights tour gimmick, they're exceptionally well made. They're very good. And it's nice that they gave that to you, because they could have just said, you know, buy your own board and do it yourself. But they've provided to you everything that you need for those routines, and it's very welcome, even though some items like the billet knife are just kind of throwaway. But again, like the nail writers are okay, the billet pull is okay, and a lot of the gimmicks that they give you are actually okay. You know, they're not kind of the cheapest things that you could get. There's definitely cheaper things that they could have put. I think my biggest thing is either the billet knives or these envelopes, because these envelopes are so see-through, it's ridiculous. So I think those are my only 2 items that I feel were kind of skimmed on, but except for that, the ESP cards are good. The Sujon envelopes work exactly as intended. They work perfectly, and yeah, so even the blindfold is pretty good, if we're being honest. The blindfold is also pretty good. And of course, you get your instruction card. All of this fit into this little box. So that was a big unpacking. That was a very big unpacking. So now that we've unpacked everything and I've given you everything that you need to know about this set, let's get into where do you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get. So you can buy this from anywhere. It is available through Murphy's Magic, which means it's available through all the major retailers. It costs 99 USD, which is 130 Canadian dollars, and what you get is what we've unpacked up until now. And in order to make this video shorter, I'm just going to skim through the next few categories, because I've pretty much given you all the information that you need. So in terms of difficulty, this set is all over the spectrum. It has some very simple routines, it has some intermediate routines, and it has some more difficult routines. The Q&A is 100% more difficult than the ESP routine, right? The billet pull routine is much more at an intermediate level than, let's say, something like the Knights tour, which is a bit harder, right? So there's things all over the spectrum in terms of difficulty, but definitely nothing beyond the realm of capabilities. Everything here is expertly explained, and as mentioned, even though you get a lot of props, you get a lot of routines that do not even use these props. There's a lot of routines that he provides you extra that do not even use these props. For example, the playing card routines that are provided to you are not part of this. The envelope prediction is not part of this. The Q&A is not part of this. The prophecy routine is not part of this. These are just additional routines that you learn that are not even part of the kit and use these props. So that is provided. So the difficulty is all over the spectrum, whether it's with the props or the items inside. But overall, I'd say it's easy to intermediate. In terms of practicality, most of these items are practical, right? It's just a few envelopes, a few billets, a few pieces of paper. For the bank night, you just need 3 envelopes and a $20 bill. For the ESP match, you just need your little envelopes that are really small, which are really small ESP cards. So most of these items are practical. Most of these items can be done 360 with no reset. Some of them are inspectable, some of them are not. As with all these kits, it's all over the spectrum in terms of practicality as well. And same can be said about the where to perform. There's some routines here that are designed specifically for parlor stage. The night tours is not a routine you're going to do table hopping or strolling, but it is something you're going to do for stage. The ESP match is something you do for parlor, but also close up. The Q&A act is not something you're going to do close up, but you're going to do solely on stage or parlor. The Corzon routine, I keep saying Corzon, the Sujon routine with the color cards is something that you can do both parlor or close up. The center tear is something that you're going to do close up. So there's routines for every single scenario in this set. Some of them are adaptable to stage parlor or close up. Some of them are only for stage parlor and some of them are only for close up. It's all over the spectrum, which is really nice as well because you're getting a wide variety of tricks and effects. So that we've said all of that, what are the positives and negatives of this kit? Let's start out with the negatives. The negatives of this kit is one, compared to the other kits that we've reviewed, the packaging is very flimsy. It's like you can see mine is already breaking down from carrying it and having things in it. It's already kind of breaking down and looking kind of shoddy. So it's not the best packaging. It's not something that you're going to keep, the How to Read Minds kit, for example, I keep on my shelf because they look very beautiful on the shelf and they look very nice, but this is not something I would keep on my shelf. So the packaging lets a bit to be desired, but you're not buying this anyway for the packaging. But the props as well, some of the props like the envelopes and the billet knife are just there and you're like, really? Really? So some of the props are not very good quality and things that you're probably never going to use, but most of them are good quality and things that you are going to use. However, the biggest negative of this kit is that apparently the 13 Steps to Mentalism videos by Richard Osterlin were already released. They were in a previous release by, I believe it was Penguin, and you could have bought those videos, I think a few years back. So if you already have those videos, a lot of this kit is useless to you except for the items that you get. But except for a few items, like the Sujon envelopes, most of what you get here is things that you can easily buy yourself or make yourself. So you do have to keep in mind that. You do really have to keep that in mind, because if you already own those videos, you don't really need this kit. So keep that in mind. If you own those videos, you do not need this kit. Moving on now to the positives. What are the positives? The instructions are great. The wide range of effect is great. Most of the props are actually good props. The routines are fun to perform. The presentations are fun. The structure of the routines and the structure of the instructions themselves are very good. And it's overall a very well put together kit, I think, for everyone that is willing to get into mentalism. And I think it is a rival, a top rival to the How to Read Minds kit by Illusionist. I think that if you're a mentalist that wants to do more parlor stage rather than close-up, I think this is a much better set. I think this is a much better set for you. So this is getting me into, would I recommend this? First of all, I would not recommend this if you already own the videos. So if you already are someone that owns the Osterlin How to Read 13 Steps to Mentalism videos, I do not recommend you pick this up because you're just getting the props essentially. You're paying $100 just for the props. And are the props in the box worth $100? Probably not. However, if you've not owned those videos, just buy this. like, this is such a good journey through the steps of mentalism, through some iconic books, some iconic routines. Just the videos and the props, I feel, in my opinion, could have been charged double. They could have easily charged $150 for this without any hesitation, and it would still have been worth it. This is a very good set, and I recommend it if you don't already own the videos. Also, if you're willing to be someone that is more parlor stage, I think this is much better because Richard Osterlin is someone that focuses on parlor stage. So I feel that with this kit, you're going to get a lot of valuable information of how to deal in those scenarios. And I think that it is absolutely great, and I feel that it is a lot more enveloping than some of the other kits we've seen because it tackles not only close-up routines but stage parlor routines at the same time. So I heavily recommend this set, especially for the price. I do not think you can go wrong with this. What am I giving this out of 10? I'm giving this a 9.5 on 10. I'm giving this the highest review out of the 3 sets that we've seen, purely because I feel it's an enveloping package for both people that want to perform close-up and stage, whereas the other effects that other sets we've seen are mostly for kind of close-up with some additional stage ideas, whereas this is fully built for close-up and stage from the ground up, and I feel it's very, very good, and I recommend it. 9.5 on 10 for me. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great new year, and I can't wait to talk to you about some of the other products that I'm going to review because they're very, very good, and I'm just super excited to have this great community. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in my next one.